Hi guys. Okay, so this is lab 2 and this is an introduction to Word. So hopefully you'll learn some new things about Word that you didn't know before. So before we get started, please open up Microsoft Word on your computer. And maybe you can do it sort of a side-by-side window, one with this video and one with your Word, so you can sort of go through it with me. Okay, so this is the icon for Word right here. When you first open up Word, you're going to see something like this. Okay, it's going to have all the different types of documents you can create here. If you don't like any of these, you can search for online templates, which are great. Okay. It's going to have this little pane over here of recent Word documents. Okay, obviously the screenshot I have is an extremely recent, fall 2014, but my Word hasn't changed and it looks the exact same. Okay, so up at the top, you're going to have the title bar once you open up that document. Okay, so let me show you that right here. This right here, this is your title bar. Okay, by default, every single document you open up in Word is going to be named Document 1. Unless you opened up another one and you hadn't saved this one yet, then that one would be called Document 2, and on and on. But until you rename it and save it, it's going to be called Document 1. Okay. Here you have your usual stuff. So the close button, the minimize button, and then the little Windows button so you can resize your window. Okay. Here you have, this is called the Quick Access Toolbar, by the way. Okay. You have your Save button, your Back button, your Redo button. Okay. Undo. Things like that. Oh, excuse me. And then this guy right here, all of this around here, that guy's called the ribbon. Okay, so what the heck is the ribbon? The ribbon displays commonly used commands. On the very top of the ribbon are usually 9 basic tabs or activity areas. Okay, you can change these, but these are the ones you're usually going to see. So you're going to have File, you're going to have Home, you're going to have Insert, Design, Page Layout, References, Mailings, Review, and View. Okay. And then, if you'll note, within these little tabs that you have on the top of the ribbon in each section, you have these little boxes called groups. Okay, so like this is the paragraph group right here. And some of the options in here will have this little black arrow. So I just made it gigantic here so you can see what we're talking about. Okay, this means it has a gallery. So if you click on that little black arrow right there, it's going to give you a drop-down menu and it's going to give you additional options. Okay, so anywhere you see that little gallery arrow is, click on that and you'll have additional options. Right. Most groups also have something called a dialog box launcher, okay, which is this right here. So sort of a little half of a square with an arrow. You click on that, that opens up this dialog box, and that has even more options. So this is the Home tab. I'm actually going to get out of this presentation and just open up Word because it's much more organic if we can just do it that way. Okay, so goodbye to that. We'll type in Word here. And I still am running Word 2013. The computers in the labs that we would be sitting in if this were a face-to-face class, they're also still running 2013. So don't be alarmed by that, but that's just what it is. Though there is version 2016 out now. Okay, so like I told you, here's your search for online templates. You can do a search and pull up all sorts of different things. Today we're just going to be doing a blank document. Okay, so you can see up here, this says Document 1 Word. There, maybe now you can see. And the stuff we were just talking about. Okay, this tells you I'm logged in as myself. Okay, if you were using labs in the computer, or the computers in the lab, you would see your own name here. You should see the name on your own computer. So let's talk about the Home tab. This is just a little clipboard group. Okay, copy and paste this here. If I had copied something, it would actually be, it's called it sitting on the clipboard, sort of holding it aside for you, waiting for you to decide what you're going to do with it. That would be here. It would give you different options. Format Painter. Okay. So probably don't use that one too much, but this one we use all the time. This is the font group right here. And in here, you can come in and change your font. You can change the size of the font. Okay. If you don't like that number, maybe you want it to be like, say, hey, 18 is too small, but 20 is too big. I want it to be 19. You just type 19, press enter, and it'll just force it to do that. Okay, so that's nice. And then this tells you, you know, which font you happen to be using. And then this is nice because if you click on it this way, this is going to show you what each font looks like. So you can pick whichever font you like. Lots of different fonts. Alright, so we'll just leave it as is. Over here, you can bold your text. You can also do, there's keyboard shortcuts, Control B. Once you've highlighted that text, you press Control B and it will bold it for you. Italics, Control I, so that will italicize your text for you. Underline, Control U. So see, thankfully Microsoft made it pretty flexible and pretty intuitive of stuff. Okay, underline, just Control U. So what does underline start with? If you don't want to do it that way, okay, there's lots of different underlines you can use. You don't just have to use the typical underline. You can even change the color of the underline if you're going to be emailing this document or printing in color. Okay. Strike through, if you're trying to do like a subscript, and maybe you're typing out some stuff, an equation. This stuff is helpful here. Superscript, okay, so like this x squared. And then you can change like the appearance of the text. Okay, click on that. It's going to give you these different options, different colors. Again, this is how you actually change the color of your text. Is this guy right here, this A with the red bar underneath. Okay, and then like I said, this is the dialog box launcher. So if we click on that, it takes us here. It's pretty much showing us the same stuff, okay? It's just a little more, it just depends on what you prefer, okay? So here's where you can change the font style, the size, the color, underline style. The different effects are here. This is the body theme font, so it'll show you the current document theme. And then you have advanced options. You can do your character spacing, ligatures, like stylistic sets, okay, different things like that. Just press cancel. But that's what happens when you click on the dialog box launcher. So in this paragraph group, we have what sort of alignment do you want? Left, right, centered? What sort of spacing do you want between your lines? Bullets, okay, indents. So all kinds of different stuff that you might need. This guy here adds or removes borders, so that's handy. Styles here basically has to do with the style of your document. So what do you want your document to actually look at? You can come in here and play with styles and get different stuff. If you're looking for a particular word, you can just do Control F, and for the record, that works for like a lot of different applications, not just Word. Control F is to find. Okay. Replace text. You want to replace one word with another word. You can do that here easily. Selecting text or objects in your document. Okay, so that's the Home tab. That's the tab we are usually working on. Okay. Insert tab. So here we can come to insert things into your document. All right, so cover page, blank page, a page break. Maybe you're like, okay, we're done here with this section. I want to start on a new page. So you just insert your page break. You want to insert tables. If you've created tables in Excel, you are more than welcome to insert those into your document by using this tables function there. Okay, pictures, online pictures. If you have pictures on your machine you want to put in, you come in here. This means it's coming from a file. If you come here, that means it's coming from online. And it's usually pretty safe if you click on this, because the pictures that it's going to show you are all under like a Creative Commons license, which means that they are okay for you to use without, citing an artist or whatever. Okay. Goodbye, picture box. Shapes. If you've ever had to do a flowchart, super exciting flowcharts. We have to do lots of these in computer science. So flowcharts, here's where you come get your shapes. You insert them into your document, create your flowchart. If you have to do shapes for whatever other reason, there's tons of different shapes. Okay, look, here's like the whole flowchart section. All right, so that's pretty neat. Charts, again, if you have stuff from Excel, you can insert it right into there. If you want to insert a screenshot, that's here too. Okay, and sorry guys, this is kind of a lengthier lecture than I normally have for lab, just because it's our very first introduction to all the features in Word and the things that you'll see over and over again in Microsoft. So I'm probably looking at having to put up 2 videos, since I see I'm already at 11 minutes. Okay, and each video could be 15 minutes, if you're wondering why that matters. Okay. If you have any apps that you bought through the Windows Store, those are all accessible from here. Wikipedia, you can click on that. Okay. This is an app that you can get from the Office Store, and let's get rid of that. It'll let you read Wikipedia pretty much right here in a different pane while you are still working on your document. Sometimes maybe you want to insert an online video. I'm not sure why you would for your paper, but you might want to. Okay. Links. Hyperlinks, bookmarks, cross-references. Comments are really cool if you want to insert a comment. Maybe you're really on a roll with your paper and you don't want to take the time to stop and do a proper citation. Why don't you just make yourself a comment? Okay, click on comment and tell yourself cite, where's my letters? Cite blah blah here. Okay, and you leave that little note for yourself, so that when you come back, you'll say, oh, I need to make sure I do a citation here. Okay. Headers and footers, also here. Equations and symbols, all kinds of symbols and different equations. You could just sort of stick them right into, let's do the binomial theorem. See, I was still in my comment, so it stuck it right into my comment. But it's pretty cool how you can do that. Okay, so let's come over here and right click. Let's just delete all that. Let's right click on our comment and come down to delete comment. You could also mark your comment as done. You can reply to the comment if maybe you're proofreading for someone. Okay, so comments are really neat. I recommend to use those. Page numbers, you can have page numbers added on from here. This is again the insert section, so this is where you're going to insert a lot of different things. Design. The design tab was new to Word 2013. They didn't really have any of this sort of design stuff in prior versions, at least definitely not in its own tab like this. This is just the format of your document. So say you've typed out your whole paper and you're like, wow, I think I'd like to make it kind of stand out a little bit. I'm going to go with some stylization. Okay, so you click over here. As you hover over these different themes, it will change the look of your document, and then you'll be able to actually see like what your document will look like once you insert these themes. If you find one you like, come in here. You can change the colors and even the fonts as well. Paragraph spacing. You're going to see some of these options, cross over from tab to tab. They don't just appear on one tab. Here's you can fill in your page color. Ooh, there's a black piece of paper, or maybe you just want it to be blue, or whatever you want. Okay, different colors and fill effects here, different variants. You can do textures. Okay, whatever you want to do. Pretty neat though that you can do that. Put a border around your page. You can do that here. And then if you don't know what a watermark is, if you've ever seen like confidential on the back of something, that's a watermark. Okay, you can actually include a watermark here on yours. You can do a custom watermark, so you can have it say like your name, your name. All right, and my time is running out, so we'll continue in a second.